Hi, I'm Boris the Bee Guy, Forest Beehive Apiary, Central Maine. Most people think honeycomb is just for storing honey and pollen, but did you know that honeybees can also temporarily store water inside the honeycomb cells? Take a look. Most of the water does not spill. The shape of honeycomb cells, combined with surface tension, helps small amounts of water remain stable inside the comb. The bees use water for cooling, controlling humidity, feeding brood, and for dilution of honey. On May 22nd, I set up a new colony with a new queen. I bought this mated Russian queen from a member of the Russian Honeybee Breeders Association. In previous years in this apiary, I raised 2 of my own virgin queens through splits. The problem is that virgin queens can fly up to 10 miles to mate. At my lakeside apiary, I host varroa-resistant certified Russian bees. And within 10-mile radius of my apiary, there are a couple of beekeepers who keep bees with conventional Italian genetics. My raised virgin queens seem to have mated with drones with Italian genetics, as the resulting colonies became more defensive, less productive, and neither survived winter. So, after futzing with my own breeding, I kinda got it out of my system. It simply did not fit my apiary, my area, or my short northern beekeeping season. Just because I'm a backyard beekeeper, it does not mean I should become a backyard breeder. I have a German Shepherd too, but I would not want to become a backyard German Shepherd breeder either. Genetics are complicated. Stable genetics are even more complicated. And buying a well-mated Russian queen saves me roughly a month of build-up time. In Maine, that extra month of beekeeping matters a lot. To the new colony with the new queen, I eventually gave 4 deep Layens frames like this, with capped and emerging brood and nurse bees. I also added some frames with honey and pollen and a couple of drawn comb frames with water. When selecting brood frames from donor colonies, I had to make sure that the queen was not on that frame. Having a marked queen helps a lot. Instead of adding a plastic internal water feeder, I filled empty comb cells with enough water in drawn comb frames right next to the brood nest. With mostly nurse bees, that nuc initially has very few foragers, so all critical resources, honey, pollen, and water, had to be provided. Each of the 4 brood frames with nurse bees came from 4 different donor colonies. I carried 1 brood frame at a time in this lightweight swarm trap box. I did not take brood frames from my strongest survivor colonies. I'll explain why at the end of this video. Each single brood frame was either from April's packages or from other middle-tier colonies that by the end of May had enough resources. The bees have successfully released the caged queen in 2 days. And now, this new queen-rate colony with honey, pollen, water, and 4 deep brood frames covered with nurse bees can build up quickly once the capped brood begins emerging. If everything remains on track, I should start seeing some foraging activity after about a week or so. Take a look at these identical Layens hives during a hot day, 91 degrees Fahrenheit, about 33 degrees Celsius. Only 1 colony has a massive beard of bees hanging outside the hive. This is one of my strongest survivor colonies. With extreme heat and huge population, instead of overcrowding the hive and regulating the temperature only by fanning, it becomes more efficient for a large number of bees to hang out outside. That colony is resource-rich, very strong, and will likely bring the most surplus honey. So when I'm building a new colony and need to give it resources like capped brood with nurse bees, do I select my strongest, richest colonies or middle-tier colonies as donors? Weakening my strongest resource-rich colonies to build up new nucs would be counterproductive. I don't want to equalize everything into mediocrity. Instead, I took a small amount of brood and resources from several middle-tier colonies to help build up a new resource-poor colony. You might even say that, instead of taxing the rich to feed the poor, I'm taxing the middle class. Happy beekeeping season, everyone! Thanks for watching, hit like and subscribe.